Hey guys, it's LNS here bringing you yet another video. This time I'm going to be bringing you guys a video footage of the early access open beta for Wargame Red Dragons. So in this 2v2 game, I'm gonna show you guys the airborne deck for the Red Dragons faction, which consists of both the North Korean army as well as the Chinese army. So at the start of the game, my buddy here, the chivalrous one, he's playing as the Red Dragons as well with a mechanized deck, and I'll not go through like all the units that I have, but I'll roughly go through with you guys what I have in my unit compositions. First of all, for my infantry department, I have the what do you call that? The Korean infantry, North Korean infantry, as well as the man pads. Pretty standard. I'll go into more details in the next video, or for to showcase my airborne deck in more of an in-depth way. So for now, I'm just gonna show you guys like more of the tactics that I've deployed. And some of the team play I have with my buddy over here. So right at the start, I have one more command vehicle. It's a heli command. So the point of this deck is to actually move out as far as possible into the map to deploy my men to unload them, because I have the advantage of early game deployment speed with my helicopter transport. So that's what I want. I can also cap bases that I run really fast. I'm gonna go for a Charlie over here, and you can see the center of the map is actually around this line, just in front of just behind golf. Obviously over here you can see the enemy spawns as well, but you can't see all the units, as I'll show you here. This is my view. Can't see anything. So right off the bat, I sent in I have 2 units of bombers, the F5. I'm just gonna blind bomb the roads that might lead that my opponent might use for his ground transport. So it's just like a random thing I do, is to try and at least hold him out as long as I can. You can see I'm bombing the roads. So we captured Juliet, and you can see I've pushed out into the middle of the map already with my heli transport. I also have some scouts over here. Scouting is still really important in Wargame. I think it's like the top 3 things you need to master when you play the game. Scouting is really important, because if you see, he has all the things here which I can't see at all. So he starts off with a F-15 Eagle to try and get some air dominance over this area, but you can't really do much without the scouts. You can only see my chopper over here, but I already have infantry in the forest over here, as well as man pads deployed. Man pads being mobile AA infantry. This helicopter here is a anti-air helicopter. So anti-air is also really important for a faction like the Red Dragons, because we don't have as much air superiority fighters as, let's say, NATO. And as the airborne deck, I only have access to missile anti-air systems. I don't have the Falcons or other things, so I have to really use a lot of them to try and at least hold his air force in place. You can see his Eagles is coming in. I can't get any shot off because it's so fast, and even if I get a shot off, might not hit him because of the higher ECM capabilities that most NATO aircraft have. Although I think I hit him. I don't think I hit him. Yep, I didn't hit him with that, sadly. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. My buddy here also has his forces ready, but I can see that as the airborne deck, I have more forces deployed further behind the middle line compared to my my partner over here. He's kind of like hanging behind the middle line. So as an airborne deck, you really want to do this. And he sent up an Apache really early. Got some shots off, and I actually got the Apache, so it's really good for me. He couldn't get my helicopter there if it's Apache, but he got it with the F-15 Eagle. But I think I'm gonna shoot it down over. Oh no, I can't shoot it down yet, sadly. But it was close. So I'm just gonna fast forward here a little bit. You can see that the NATO players are coming in. He also has a airborne deck. He's trying to send in some units to golf. As the airborne deck, you actually really want to utilize your early game capabilities by sending in infantry transports really fast into the game, like what I did over here, so that you have a foothold and you can set up ambushes. So we're sending a lot of units over here in the middle. So my buddy and I were just holding it out. They have 5 points. I think we have 5 points as well. So sending in my jets again to try and bomb this area, I think. Because I didn't play LM battles, I'm still kind of new to the air mechanics. But I've played European Escalation, which is pretty long ago. So I'm just getting used to the air mechanic. So yep. My buddy here is sending a plane to try and take out the Apache. Didn't get it though. It was close. But his plane got shot down, which is a pity. The F-15 is a really good all-around fighter. Some Harriers coming in. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit more because not that fast of a game. I sent my scout out too far, I think, but I got lucky that it didn't get shot down. Want to mind your scouts because they are really important, your recon troops. You can see I lost it there. Apache's coming in as well as fighters. So I lost both my bombers there, but I actually took down his Apache with my manpad, so really value for money over there. These guys only cost I think 40 or 50. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they are really cheap, much cheaper than an Apache unit. So you can see him coming in with his Nighthawk, a really powerful plane, stealth bomber, but he just got shot down by my AA. Really important thing playing as any of the pack forces, you want to utilize your AA because they have some really good AA, and if you spread them out in the web, you catch any jets coming by. So over here he has some small teams in the house over here. And also AA that we can't see. Concurrently he has an assault on the left over here with some Avengers, and it's gonna be you guys gonna be seeing a Abrams tank. So I'm coming with my fighters, but they're kinda sucky against an F-16 which is I think an air superiority fighter. So that was a pretty bad move on my part. And you can see an Abrams tank come in over here. So I'm just gonna move my dudes away because the Abrams is a pretty strong tank. And as an airborne deck for the dragons, I don't have any tanks on my own, so I have to rely on my infantry and my helicopters and my jets to take out any armored threats. Gonna slow things down a little bit. You can see my manpads are still alive. Really good AA if you manage to put them out in front as the first line of anti-air, and then followed by my missile launchers. So there's the Abrams here, which got caught in a forest. This is quite a big mistake because you never want to send tanks through a forest. If not, you'll get ambushed over here. Although these guys are pretty strong, as you can see. They hold up to stuff pretty well. But they're kind of stunned here. It's taking them quite long to take out my infantry. And also there's an Abrams here as well. But sending just an Abrams like that without any support is a pretty bad idea. Because although they are strong, if you send them in like that, they'll still get taken out by a bunch of infantry. You can see in just a bit. And boom. It's gonna get destroyed pretty soon. There they go. And it costs, it's a really expensive unit as well, 155 points. My buddy here coming in with air support. Communication is really key in team games. I have a unit of special forces here, which I didn't take care of, which is why they're gonna get owned by the little bird. So the tank here is still alive, but it's weakened a little. Right here in the middle, they have secured Golf, but we're gonna mount a assault pretty soon. Just gonna fast forward a little bit once again. So you can see now we are slowly pushing up our forces, which is really good. I have 3 units over here, but I'm trying to find his command vehicle somewhere in here. And fights are still happening in the middle. My buddy is pushing up. 29 Marines, holy crap. Pretty heavily fortified position over here. And lots of jets coming in. 3 units of A-10. Pretty damn strong Air Force. And supplying your anti-air is also really important because they run out of ammo really fast. They only have 4 missiles on them. Alright, sorry about that. Sent the F-16 in, and I think it got destroyed, if I'm not wrong. So supplying my AA over here, a lot of Air Force coming in, helicopters and jets. So I have to send in more stuff to defend. Coming in with more manpads. I'm actually shooting at his heavy hawks with my manpads over here. Slowly whittling them down. I have a unit of infantry over here, sending his tanks in like that once again. Not the best idea. My guys will hold up quite a while, but not too long against tanks like that without any support. So now they have artillery firing in from his base. Coming in with my bombers because I have the rough position of his tank. Just gonna come in with some napalm, and one of the guy actually surrendered for some reason. This guy has a faggot unit. Over here on the left you can see he's massing a huge number of helicopters, and but I've actually gotten ready for that with manpads as well as anti-air missiles. And those Apaches are really expensive, 140 points each, and those Cobras are 60 points each. Just coming in like that is really bad. It's a really bad idea. You won't want to be losing your air units like that because they're pretty expensive. So we're trying to assault with Abrams tank. And for some weird reason his anti-air is here as well. Super M60 tank. So a small assault over here. I kinda missed with my bombers, pretty fail. But my transport helis, which has rockets, it's a pretty good unit to stun tanks. Not to take them out, but just to stun them long enough so that my infantry can come in. And they actually surrendered here in this at this point in time. But a pretty good game, showcasing some of the strong points of an airborne deck and some of the weaker points of the airborne deck, especially for the Red Dragons. So I hope you guys enjoyed. There'll be more Wargame Red Dragon footage coming in. In the next video I'll be showing you guys my deck, and specifically each unit that I have in the deck, and some of the reasons why I chose the units to be in the deck. And yep, if you liked the video, please comment if you have any suggestions, and subscribe if you like the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.